what's going on? This is Art coming at you with another video. I want to talk about Marvel vs. DC and the Amalgam Universe. And could it happen again? If some of you guys don't know, there was a comic book event that happened in the 90s that Marvel and DC came together on. And it was pitting their champions versus the Marvel champions in a clash to where they had to save the world. The two entities of the Marvel and DC universe, or gods, if you will want to see who will come out on top, and they were going to fight their champions together. And whoever lost that bout your universe was going to be erased. And so you had certain, Clash of the Titans type of scenarios. You had like Storm versus Wonder Woman. You had the Hulk versus Superman. You had Spider-Man versus Superboy. You had Captain America versus Batman. You had stuff like that. And if I can remember correctly, I think it was like a 4-part series. But in the midst of that, they also came up with one-shots. Now, they had number 1 on the cover, but, they were just one-shots. And it was an amalgam universe where they put together 2 characters together and formed a new character. And this formed the universe. Like, you had Wolverine and Batman mixed together to form Darkclaw. You had Storm and Wonder Woman put together to form Amazon. You had Captain America and Superman put together to form Super Soldier. You had the X-Patrol, which was pretty much the X-Men and the Doom Patrol. Stuff like that. Speed Demon was pretty much Ghost Rider and Etrigan mixed together. And a little bit of Flash in there too. So it's just not like it was just not one. So they did that for a minute, and to me, it was cool. I thought it was interesting. I think it was an interesting take on the story. It was a very interesting take about what these characters were, and I think it's sold fairly well, because this is like the dream match that a lot of comic book artists or comic book collectors, let's just say, thought about. This is the conversation that you had in that comic shop about, who will win against Spider-Man versus Superman, or it's a little silly little stuff that we used to talk about when you actually get to read it and get to actually see it in page. And if I can remember correctly, there was a vote to see which character will win, and because of those votes, they drew the panels accordingly. So, it was fun. It was a fun time. And why not do a second one? I mean, right now, Marvel and DC are not doing too well in sales. This could help boost up sales, because let's be honest, the events this summer are not that well. I will be collecting Dark Crisis just to see what's going on in that. As far as the X-Men, Avengers, Eternals Judgment Day, I can care less. Like these summer events right now are just like, bleh. I'm not interested in anything they got going on right now. So why not next year just do something like that? Marvel vs. DC, to just have them in arena style battle it out. And then possibly make an amalgam too. I would think that would sell. I think, tapping into that market of what would happen if this person versus that person. I mean, you could have Carol Danvers versus Wonder Woman now. A lot of the characters' powers have changed. Status quos have changed. So you can actually get some interesting fights, like Adam Brashear versus Icon. That would be an interesting fight. because they're now bringing back into the Milestone universe. So I would love to see an Adam Brashear versus Icon series. That would be interesting. Or you can do Hardware versus Iron Man, because that would be an interesting story as well. So, I mean, they have characters. They have Naomi, they have Miles Morales now that they can introduce to do something with. They have a lot of new characters that they can introduce into this Marvel's DC and have fans vote on it. And I would love to see that. And this would be and to be honest with you, this will be a good time to showcase their diversity characters more so in something like this than to, I don't know, let's say kill off your original OG superheroes just so that these new guys can come into place, even though you're going to get rid of them anyway. So yeah, this will be a good time for them to do something like that, and just to promote their diverse characters. If they did something like that, then I'd be like, okay, I'm on board. Let's see what these characters can do. Let's just see. I mean, seriously, that would be a better time spent on these characters than what they're doing now. But, I mean, we will see what they'll do. But I will think that this would make some money, and it will give Marvel and DC a boost in sales, which they really do need. Marvel and DC are not doing very well right now, and they need something to energize their sales. And this could have energized their sales to where they can actually take whatever they learned from this and take it back into in-house and work off that. So that way they can promote and sell better books. One thing they need to do is get rid of some of their writing staff. But needless to say, I really do think Marvel's Capcom 2. See, you got video games on my brain. Marvel vs. DC 2 would be something good for the industry right now to help boost up sales. I think it would help the sales. Would it get to the normals that it was back in the 90s? Probably not. But it's a good idea. It's something that you can energize people around, and people will be extremely interested to see where they're going to take this, because it's something that they probably would never thought that was going to happen again. So, no, that's just my thought. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.